to students with their school ID, but also recognizes the existence of the men's dorm gym. We appreciate the existing structures for what they have been doing concerning sports and entertainment. For example, the athletics, the ball games, the cultural week, and even the comedians they have been inviting to our institution. If elected, we will improve more by equipping Gym Center for enhancing physical health to our students.
Okay, in the interest of time, let me summarize the last point on academic recognition. And let me focus on the diploma and certificate students. A question has been posed by one of the delegates, and diploma and academic students are not recognized for their hard work. In that, a student with 2.0 and a student with 4.0 are on the same level. Okay? Not like other universities where we have distinction, pass, credits, or fail. Okay? So, a student should be demotivated because, okay, why should I study if a 2.0 and a 4.0 is the same? So, if elected, we'll advocate to the DVC academics and the CS elect academics so that these students can be recognized and it will be easy for even our employers to employ them. And also, we have the issue of the bulletin. If you see the academic review of the bulletin, there is no representative of a student. And the students are the most affected. So if elected, we will work with the DVC academic so that students' representatives are considered in the academic bulletin review committee. We're going to conclude.
As we conclude, honorable members in the electoral delegate college, if elected, we are ready to effect the change. We are standing up for this manifesto. Comrades first shall be our mantra in actualizing this, because we believe change starts with us. We are cognizant of the fact that he who is a mere stone cutter must envision a cathedral. Hence our responsibility to effect this change. Finally, members of the electoral college, now that you have been elected by the students to represent them as delegates as per the Constitution of SADU, if elected, we will pass a bill in the Parliament that the delegates be part of the government as the watchdog and receive a token of appreciation for the same throughout the term and shall dissolve at the end of the term.
As we finish, honorable members, it is our humble submission that you carry the blessings of the students, population to make the right and informed decision on their behalf. Therefore, we ask you to consider our candidature for the assured results. Be the change you want to see as we inspire actions, ignite change. And I'm going to finish with the Holy Book, from the book of Isaiah chapter 6, verse 8. Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send? Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send? And who will go for us? And I say, here I am, send me. Here we are, send us. Thank you so much, Baraton. We love you the most. Thank you.
Now next, we want question time, that is. How many questions should we take? 5 at most. But if your question will be asked, or you see, you can be having the same question. So if I thought the question that needs to be asked has been asked, not take us back. So I'll start with the person who has not asked. I'm looking for the one that has not asked. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Request. Request. Request is possible. All the candidates said they are, and then we will ask the question later. They have different manifestos, so let us just ask individually.
I have just another thing. Usipite mbele ya kamera. Thank you, Mr. Chair. First of all, I want to thank Gideon and Asanta and for remembering delegates to make them the opposition of government, because we will be the watchdog. Thank you. My first question is this. I have seen that you are going to increase the money of the program from 51 to 65 per hour. I'm also seeing here you want to adjust by bring more Wi-Fi even to all campuses. And also here you want to include even the delegates to be part of your government. Is it true that within that money that you are paying fee, that will do all these things, or you are going to donate this money, or that will do all these things? Are you going to donate or still in the fee? Because I don't think the fee can cut off all these things. Secondly, when I was going through your manifesto, around 90% of the manifestos that I'm seeing here for the last 4 years, I've seen several aspirants from your kinsmen giving the same manifestos, and we have been so loyal to them since the time of President Dennis, and they have been asking, giving us the same promises that you are also giving us today. We thought that maybe something is wrong with the men. We also tried a lady from your kids, from your tribe to make things work out. How can you assure us that if we elect you, you are different from your kinsmen? How can you assure us that if we elect you, then we are going to have change? Then why don't you, and if not so, if you are doing a good will for Baraton, why don't you try it with another candidate, away from your kinsmen? People support a candidate and you share the agendas together so that you are willing to get. But because I'm seeing you have a good plan for us. Thank you.
Thank you so much for acknowledging that you actually have a good plan for you. And honorable delegates, I'm going to respond on work program. Okay? So, you see, Baraton University was started in the 1980s, right? And it has been constant all through. Now, are you telling us that 51 shillings is like 51 shillings in 1980? No. The cost of living is going high. That's why we should be dynamic with the economics. That's why you see even the dollar. When it gets high, everything goes high. So, and increasing should be gradual, okay, over time. Maybe from 51 to 56, that way. Because nothing is actually achievable in one day. All right, on the story of kinsmen and the same manifesto, I think ours is more dynamic. It's more dynamic. I've never read their manifesto. Ours is more dynamic. And you see, it's not about who is, it's not about the name of the person. It's about the competence. It's about listening to who is, what is being said rather than who is speaking it. So it's about the competence. So I think comparative analysis will not help much, but the competence, that's why we have competence there as our value, accountability, focus, and resilience. So thank you so much. Let me hand over to my deputy to answer you on the issue of Wi-Fi. Thank you.
Thank you, my president. Concerning the issue of Wi-Fi, we have internet access in our institution, but then we all notice that there is overcrowding in the amphitheater and the auditorium. Why? Because some other departments lack stronger Wi-Fi that every student is able to use. So concerning the Wi-Fi, we will be able to liaise with the relevant authorities and the DVC student affairs so that we ensure everybody accesses the Wi-Fi and is able to find a conducive environment for learning in this institution.
It's okay. Congratulations, brother Gideon and Asfunta, for having such a dream to become a president of such a great institution. Now, your first manifesto, I want to ask a question on part B of it. I want you and your vice president to convince me on how you will do this random patrol. And who will do this random patrol? Is it the police, or the RA, or the watchman? Because actually, whose hands am I safe? Is it the police or the RA? So I think you need to convince me and give me a clear statement here that who will do this patrol. And just addition, you need to consider those who stay at Tiptoe and even Kimoni. So just make a clear clarification on who will do this. Is it the police, or is it the arrest, or is it the watchman? Thanks.
Thank you so much, honorable delegates. And let me answer you. The patrols actually are always done by the police. Yeah, they are here. They play different, they can even answer. They play these roles in different contexts. The arrests cannot do patrols, and the watchmen cannot do patrols because watchmen are the gates and the arrests are just residential assistants. So, if elected, as I earlier mentioned, we will liaise with the PRO, what's it called the Public Relations Officer, that is Dr. Meto, and the county government in conjunction with the county commissioner, so that you see, when even people hear that there is a patrol, even those who wanted to commit a crime, clear away. Now, on the students of campus may be living far, okay? Of course, you can't just be held up there with no reasons. Patrols actually are for people who commit crime, for example, the thieves who are trying to break into people's houses, and that's captured under housing. So patrols actually play a pivotal role in that people who even want to commit a crime, and even the policemen here in uniform, can tell you that patrols play a pivotal role. When we have no patrols, someone can walk out there at night and commit even a crime because they know no one is doing what is watching. And I forgot to answer my honorable delegates on the electoral college delegates as watchdogs. We're not going to pay them. The electoral delegates are independent, all right? And watchdogs mean not payments, but advisors to the world. Government, because they are the people actually who voted them in, and all of them, not a section, all of them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. To Honorable Gideon, I have a question concerning housing. According to the outgoing region, there's a policy being brought by the Student Affairs, Dr. Kamundi, whereby it's going to bring this policy to separate ladies and men in the campus hostels. And you know, for instance, there are those people who made the rental so that they can get to cater for their family issues, like paying for their children's fee. And also to us, you are talking about affordable housing. And being that this policy is going to be passed out, at some point we might come back from home next semester, you get where you're going to stay paying maybe 2,000 or 2,500 is dedicated for ladies. And you are now going to be transferred maybe from Barasi to Dukcho. How are you going to do about it? Because it's a very difficult issue for us as students. And just one on that, you know, maybe, I know ladies are going to be considered very close rentals within Barasi, and hence maybe you can be told to stay in Dukcho, maybe, how do we call it, Chemundu, and at some point you have alarm at night and you are coming from far. So, as the incoming president, how are you going to solve this issue? Maybe to convince DDC to not, so that he cannot bring out this policy to be passed to the students, because it is going to be a challenge to us. Thank you. Maybe you clarify for us.
Okay, thank you so much, honorable delegates. On that issue of separation of housing, right? that off-campus men on one side, on-campus female on one side is actually apprenticeship. It's actually apprenticeship. Okay? Oh no, not apprenticeship, but apartheid. It's like the apartheid rule in South Africa. Okay? It's like segregation because you have to tell us that students, for example, as a man, because I'm a man, and you believe all men are brave, they can walk all the way to Jemugu at night. Who said that? Who said that? No one said that. So, if elected, these policies were passed when we were still students. Okay? When we were still, we were in alliance with the BBC SARS, so that these policies can be looked up to, because actually, when this policy was being passed, we didn't have the